This is the Steel Curtain,
a custom looping roller coaster located at
Kennywood.
in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania.
I'm Allie,
I'm Clay,
and this is K-Dog in a Steelers helmet.
and we are the Pennsylvania Roller Coasters Club, and you're watching the third installment of our mini-series,
Underrated.
And as we like to, let's start off with a brief geography lesson. Kennywood Park, located essentially in Pittsburgh, just a few hours to the west of Hershey Park and a few hours southeast of Cedar Point. In 2017-2018, Kennywood brought in S&S Sansei Technologies. And leading up to this point, before working on Project 412, S&S had done things like Hypersonic XLC at King's Dominion, eventually rides like Powder Keg that use this pressurized launch system, and eventually Max Force. There are loco models such as Steel Hog, which had stole the steepest drop away from Fahrenheit in 2008, and of course the 4D 3-spin, or the 4D free spins, should I say, that are located at Six Flags parks and other parks pretty much across the country. And let's not forget about rides like X. The fourth dimensional coasters, the full-size models. They had built two of these, but leading up to this, Steel Curtain was the most ambitious project for S&S to date. At 4,000 feet of track, this thing was a monster. As we start to take a look at the POV here, it is not difficult to understand why people were a little bit shocked when they found out that S&S was going to be the builder for Project 412. Unbelievable view here as you're going up the lift hill. But this in itself, as we watch the POV, is quite a point of contention amongst pundits for the ride, which we will touch into that a little bit later. But S&S had come in and they delivered an absolute banger. Guys, if you have not ridden Steel Curtain, please make arrangements to get yourself to Kennywood and ride it. It is phenomenal. Now, why is this ride overlooked? Well, we're going to figure that out a little bit later. But as we take a look at this ride, once you get to the top of the lift hill, phenomenal view of Pittsburgh, well, or at least this region of Pittsburgh, the rivers and all the industrial aspects of the West Mifflin and Duquesne area. The Drachenfire dive loop, truly tremendous, broke the inversion record for highest inversion at 197 feet on that dive loop. Some of the elements in this ride are absolutely astounding, and the speeds in which you take them are pretty breathtaking. There have been a lot of people that say that there is a little bit of rattle. Well, when you're going 70 plus mile per hour at the rear of a train, when you're doing this many inversions and this many twists, I can imagine that maybe a little steel clank to steel clank sound from time to time is going to occur. So I really don't think that that's a very valid complaint for an intense ride like this. Now, the further up in the train that you ride, the more mild the ride is. The front is amazing. You get great views, but it is significantly less intense than riding towards the back of the train. This thing is an absolute GP magnet. Everyone loves this ride. But as an enthusiast, I love this ride too, and truly, I think that you should as well. Now, taking a look, Steel Curtain did win for Best New Ride for Golden Ticket, beating out Copperhead Strike, Yukon Striker, Untamed, and Hagrid's. There is no question the ride is good, but as I talked about that lift hill, here's where we like to discuss why. As you can see, there's a catch car that brings this up. And not until the entire train is latched on does the actual full-speed lift hill motor kick in. So it is a drag. And speaking of drag, there's Top Thrill Dragster, and this is the other reason, SBNO standing but not operating, guys. When it had downtime, it got a bad rap, but let me tell you, this ride is completely underrated. So if you enjoy this type of short content, please.
Like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell.
That's right. And keep in mind, we are the
Pennsylvania Roller Coaster Club.
And please share some comments below rides you think are underrated. Let us know the content you'd like to see. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.